Well, he attack me. But Jaden Chase, they have to make the fans them know what really are going on.
What you talking about is Jaden Place. See me up to the time, a cartel. I represent for Jaden Chase. We spray them face on the AK race. See me up to the time, the Gaza station.
Yeah, man, now move settings nation. And we no need no ladder. Yeah, man, Jaden Chase, another one we're going to bring another exciting reason for the topic of dancehall, entertainment, and of course current affairs. So if you're new to the channel, just a pass through, but you like the reason and of course you like the point of view, well, I'm suggesting to you that you click the subscribe icon and then kick in the like button. Now let's get right into the reasoning. Now nation, this recent revelation by Bert Samuels reveals the deep-rooted systematic corruption within the justice system itself. The fact that Justice Lennox Campbell, who presided over the initial trial, admitted that the phone evidence was compromised. The three-judge tribunal at the appeal stage locally expressed the same sentiments. And let's not forget the actions of the DPP. Actions to which Bert Samuels has already spoken about directly. Now I'm going to see the clip and then continue reasoning.
Attorney at law Bert Samuels, who is representing Sean Campbell, accused the DPP of aiding and abetting an attempt to pervert the course of justice.
It was brought to the attention that a man sought to bribe the jury. The learned DPP said the judge should keep him and just give the normal warning. Don't refer to the fact of any bribe and just let him deliberate. And at the same time, the same evening, she took statements and sought to have him charged for perverting the course of justice. So the net result is you knowingly cause a man who is perverting the course of justice to sit on a trial for a citizen of Jamaica when he's a briber, and then you seek to try him in half a tree thereafter. If that is not prosecutorial misconduct.
Yes, nation, now let's continue the reasoning. It is a very sad situation. It is a very sad situation where our justice system is concerned. When a trial judge can agree with the defense that the evidence being used in court is contaminated, untrustworthy, yet allows prosecutors to use it in open court. Prosecutors who have taken an oath to abide by the rules of law as stated by the Constitution. I definitely agree with Bert Samuels and also the millions of other Vybz Kartel fans who feel like agents of the state acted corruptly in Vybz Kartel's case. And so thin is the case that the only piece of evidence that they used to secure the conviction was a tampered with evidence, or tampered with piece of evidence, because the Crown witness statement, would they never get into that? That is a script for a bad movie. And when I say bad, I mean bad in the streets way. I mean a movie where nobody would watch. There's no way an individual will flee from somebody and see something happen to them and turn on, return to them to help them, the same person that flee from. No way at all that now. The witness statement, no word in the discussion. That is why the so-called jury is based on the phone, and that is why the three-judge tribunal is based on the phone. But the phone itself should have been inadmissible. And the clear reason why it was not is because without that phone, without the lies told in open court, without the fabricated evidence presented in open court, Vybz Kartel would have already been a free individual along with all other co-accused. And the state knows this. The prosecutors specifically, they know this. That is why Bert Samuels is always so heated with him to discuss actions or, situations that took place within the trial itself. And Bert Samuels, being a criminal defense attorney, has faced off with the DPP on numerous occasions and has seen firsthand the tactics used by prosecutors just to secure the win. As to what somebody say, a whole heap of corner cut. Freedom is a must nation. Some individuals were shocked to hear that the trial judge agreed with the defense team, seeing that the sentence or the sentences he handed out to the individuals are still being debated as we speak in some circles. And also during the trial, the fact that the judge agreed and admitted that the phone evidence was compromised was never highly televised or publicized by state-influenced media houses. But everything else that painted Vybz Kartel and his co-accused in a negative light was heavily televised and heavily publicized by these same media houses. The corrupt acts run deep. The fact that Bert Samuels pointed out that the actions by the DPP, knowing that, as they claim, an individual who was on the jury was trying to commit bribery, trying to influence the decision of the jury. They claim that they knew this because they received a report. Yet still, as Bert Samuels said, that individual was allowed to remain. Why? In my opinion, it was just in case not guilty was the verdict reached by the jury. Then them could have said, well, we did hear said this did not take place, and maybe that is why. And it was just another safeguard, just in case. And let's not forget that Justice Lennox Campbell retired right thereafter. Right after presiding over this case and handing out sentences, he decided to say, no, it was time to retire from practicing or being a judge. So we can no longer say it was practicing law, but no longer being a judge, and has been living in the shadows ever since. The president of the appeal court has also traded locations. Comfortable man, I would say. I know his wife now have no complaints because he was the president of Jamaica Appeal Court. He's now the president of the Turks and Caicos Appeal Court. Not a promotion, not a demotion either. And that is why, as I say, I agree with the millions of fans who are saying that something wrong with the fact that individuals who knowingly acted corruptly will not see nothing take place. What happened to the police? Well, you know what I mean? Lose the evidence and what happened to the police to use the phone and tamper with the phone, and what happened to these individuals? Even the prosecutors, I said, they never did know. So tampering took place. After you know and find out and it was exposed, why weren't these individuals charged? Why weren't any charges brought against them? We know she never bring charges against her own office because she said she was not the one, or they were not the ones in charge of gathering evidence. Them just used the evidence that were gathered, or that was gathered rather. But why was not penalties outlined after the fact? After these things became public knowledge. No consequences for the actions. Then all them going to ensure say it doesn't happen again in other situations. Other individuals. Them can't. Because as well, most people are saying it's almost like them a reward bad behavior. After the head of prosecutions for the entire country used evidence of this nature in a high profile case. After the defense team point out actions that could be considered as prosecutorial misconduct. And this was said by Bert Samuels, and these are strong words in the legal world, specifically for prosecutors. Even after all of this took place, An extension was granted. I say, yes, we would like you to be the country's lead prosecutor because you have been doing a splendid job. While that is not the feedback from the streets, from the people, remember, the head of prosecution does not represent any political party. They are there to prosecute based on the laws of the country. You know, I feel like some most government workers forget is that they are actually employed by the people. Elected officials are elected by the people. The GDP produced and the tax collected thereof our fund the place. But never be tricked. The power resides with the people. Truth be told, did you know that there isn't enough security force members across, whether it be the JCF or the JDF, to actively police the country? Food for thought. But I said one called Jaden Chase, the dancehall correspondent, the Gaza representative. I said, reminded them now. If you're new to the channel, new to the movement, just a pass through. But they like the reason, and of course, they like the point of view. Well, I'm suggesting to you that you click the subscribe icon and the bell icon right after that and put it on all. And this is how you know you'll be notified of all fresh content as soon as fresh content is uploaded and made available for you right here upon the platform. And also remember to drop a like and bust a share. Yes, the like icon is located in close proximity to the share icon. So drop a like and bust a share. Means you can tell a friend, tell them sister and them brother, them for check out the channel, check out the reason, join the discussion. And you can share the video across all social media platforms. Whichever one convenient for you. With your WhatsApp, your IG, your Facebook, you name it. You know what I mean? Comment section up me 24/7, never lack yet. Just be respectful and mindful of the guidelines. And other than that, drop your thoughts, your comments, your opinions right there. You the share icon and the arrow for all that who wonder. You know what I mean? The like icon, you know. The share icon is the arrow. Click the arrow and you can see over share the video. Until the reason again, live, love and prosper.